Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply, located in Jackson, Kentucky, is proud to serve Breathitt and surrounding communities. They are also proud to support the local schools and sports teams. Come in and allow them to help you with all your electric and plumbing supply needs. And now introducing Jackson Septic Supply, selling concrete septic tanks. Give Herbie and the gang a call at 606-666-4052 to see how they can help you.
At Jackson Deposit Bank, you will find the same small-town community bank atmosphere our loyal customers have expected and appreciated for over a century at this location. With the new name of Jackson Deposit Bank, you will now have access to the most modern banking products and services covering all your needs. Visit us online at cdbt.com, download our mobile app, or come in and let one of our dedicated customer service representatives guide you through our many new products and services, including mobile deposit, virtual wallet, and Zelle, our newest peer-to-peer payment solution. We bring the community bank to you. Visit Jackson Deposit Bank and discover how you can now bank local anywhere. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Variety Pizza. Family owned and operated, serving the community with homemade and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more for over 45 years. Located at 1189 Main Street, Jackson, Kentucky. Available for dine-in and carry-out, with private party spaces available. Stop by and visit us or call 606-666-5454.
Bank and Trust Company of Jackson has been locally owned and operated since 1962. We offer several products that help make banking convenient. Ticketless deposits at our ATMs, online banking, our CBTJ mobile banking app, and compatibility with mobile wallet. Give us a call at 606-666-7575 or visit us on the web at citizensbankjackson.bank to see how we can help you. Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson is always searching for ways to serve you better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
Homes, located in Jackson, Kentucky, has been serving Breathitt and surrounding counties for over 27 years. They have new manufactured homes from Norris, Clayton, and Fleetwood, single wides, double wides, and also an assortment of quality used homes. Many financing options available, offering site prep, delivery, and setup for a no-hassle experience. To find your new home, visit them at 42 Jets Drive in Jackson or on the web at www.lakesidehomesjackson.com or call 606-666-7558.
Got her audio. It's Coliseum to bring you some girls basketball action between the Breathitt Ladycats and the Jackson City Lady Tigers. Cross-town rivalries, if you will, Casey Allen. We were fortunate enough to bring the first game in this battle to everybody on BSN, and that ended up a 2-point contest in the fourth quarter with Breathitt coming out with the win. What do you think is going to happen tonight, Casey?
I'll be honest with you, I'm excited to see this matchup again and see if there's a little bit more of a flow to the game than there was the last time out, because you had two Breathitt starters foul out there, and Tincher kind of took over and really carried Jackson throughout the second half, brought the Lady Tigers within 2 there, and just wasn't able to capitalize as we've kind of grown accustomed to seeing Riley Bush take over late in games for Breathitt and kind of be the closer. I'm really interested to see. Breathitt didn't really go to their bench a whole lot in that game, and it kind of bit them as they had to go late in the game to their bench. But I got to tell you, I'm really interested to see this matchup again. And as we were talking earlier before we came on, Brianna Tincher, I should say, she is the leading scorer in the state of Kentucky right now, averaging 30.2 points a game for the Jackson City Lady Tigers. So, a lot to be proud of here in Breathitt County. Seeing these two teams, there's a lot of talent on the floor. I'm really interested to see these ladies duke it out again. As we called it, the crosstown throwdown last time, and it absolutely lived up to the name. As we had a barn burner, as they had to fight back into the game. Now, Breathitt had a lead late, and Jackson City was able to come back and really make it a game. So,
well, they certainly got after it. It was a scrappy ball game, as Coach Derek Goff had 2 starters go to the bench fouling out, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I know he had 2, maybe 3 more girls that had 4 fouls.
Yep.
So, he was a little bit frustrated after that game. I did get the chance to speak to him a day or 2 after that, and, the girls really got after it and were aggressive and played hard. But in a situation like that, when the ball game's being called that way, you have to be a little bit more conservative and be interested. It's been a few games since I've got to watch the girls play, and I'm thrilled to be here tonight with you again, Casey, bringing a call to all our fans on BSN. And
well, I think we're going to have a better officiated ball game tonight, as we got the one and the only Kyle Maggard in the house, as he
in the building.
Shared pleasantries with Brendan Miller over there on the baseline as he entered the game here. And now I'm going to tell you, I'm not just saying this. I said it before we come on the air. Kyle Maggard looks like he's in ring shape right now.
He does. He's trimmed up, and he's top rope ready, if you will.
John Noble better watch out, because Kyle Maggard may be in line for a title run.
He's looking for a shot. The Ladycats come in here at 8-4. Get the Lady Tigers are 3-8. Should be a good matchup, even though on paper, it may look one-sided, and a lot of people thought it would be one-sided up at Jackson City that night, and it wasn't. So, folks, if we go quiet here in a minute, we're going to go quiet for the national anthem and the pregame prayer. I think we're getting ready for that right now, so we'll be right back with you in just a few moments.
Somebody said that we lost sound before that, though.
Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for another day of life here on earth. All we want to thank you for all the blessings you give us, for all the times that you come for us through these. Father, we ask that you watch over these young ladies tonight as they play and keep them safe. We ask that you watch over the officials, everyone that's the score safe, everybody that's here to keep us all safe. Father, when we leave here tonight, watch over us and guide us and protect us through we get home. Father, we thank you most of all for the gift of eternal life, and we can find through your Son Jesus. It's in his name we pray. Amen.
anthem so finely played by Pastor John Bunn there before our broadcast.
Such a staple to this community here in Breathitt County.
Did a fine job. We were able to witness that up at Jackson the first time. And John's here again tonight to do that for us. Did a fine job. Thank you, John Bunn. We get ready for the starting lineups, Casey, between this matchup between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Bobcats.
Be number 50.
Got number 50, Cayeton. Of course, number 11, Tincher.
Use me as much as you need to, buddy.
Number 22, Riley Turner. She was a staple in that last game. Riley came up big for him. Number 44, Adeline Turner. And number 2, Riley Noble. Of course, Paul Green brings the Lady Tigers in here looking for another close game, and hopefully we'll have a good game. I know a lot of people expected things to be different when they first played up at Jackson, and Jackson was able to come back with the Lady Cats getting into foul trouble. Lady Tigers were able to come back big. Starting lineups for the Lady Cats. Number 4, Adriana Schutz. Number 12, Kaylee Ritchie. Hey, how come we don't have a cool handshake like they do, Casey?
We're going to find one.
We need to work on that.
I'm telling you, we're going to have to find one, Rob.
Number 3, Riley Bush. When we're knocking down trays and doing dunks at halftime, we got to have a cool handshake.
I just tell you, the crowd here is going to be excited to hear there's 20,000 BSN coins on the line at halftime tonight.
Number 11, Maddie Haddix. And, of course, number 14, Kaylee Clemens finishes up the starting lineup for Derek Goff's Lady Cats. As I mentioned, they are 8-4. Lady Cats, we've seen them up and down, Casey. We've seen them probably play some of their best games, and we've witnessed them kind of fall short a couple times and be looking for answers. And Coach Goff's got the girls ready to play. The last couple times I've got to watch them, they've played good ball games, and I think I got the chance to watch them practice this week before the boys' game, and it was kind of interesting. Everybody was taking a chance at free throws, and if they missed, the whole team ran. So,
well, that's good. That's a good thing.
That's a good way to build some teamwork and also to get the free throws where he wants them. As you see Riley Bush with it now. She's working against Riley Turner. Now over to Katie Clemens. Clemens drives in against Adeline Turner. She's going to go in the lane, dishes off, and Cayeton comes up with it up to Tincher. Out of Noble, back to Tincher. Tincher drives the lane against Ritchie, and Schutz goes up no good. Riley Turner's shot's no good. Schutz tries to save it out of bounds and does.
That's a good call.
And they're going to call for the walk. Yep, good call.
As we are, we like to interact with our chat here. We got Jay Watt says he's watching. Thanks for televising the games. Wolf has a good team. Jason Fugit says, love watching high school basketball. Sure glad to be able to watch it. Thanks to you guys. You do a great job.
Well, my Facebook feed's not working on my computer, but I'm able to watch this on the YouTube on our Bluegrass Sports Nation channel. For some reason, my Facebook channel is never loaded.
It's just because I'm on it over here.
Well, you take care of one, I'll take care of the other one. We got 20 people watching on YouTube right now. As we see Brianna Tincher with the ball now over to Cayeton at the top of the key to Riley Turner. Guarded by Riley Bush. Man, Riley's all over each other. Top of the key, Riley Turner's three is no good.
She rushed that shot just a little bit there.
She took a big, deep breath after that shot. She knows it. Riley will settle down. She was a big factor in that comeback when the Lady Tigers almost came back and beat the Lady Cats at Jackson.
Carl Deaton Turner says, thanks, BSN. Thank you guys for tuning in. Share the feed. We'd love to see if we can't get this number to climb up. We're at 78 on Facebook.
Clemens drives the lane, puts up a shot that hangs on the rim as everybody in the stands took a big breath.
I'm a real big fan of Maddie Haddix. I'm telling you, she's just a scrapper down low, man.
Well, we watched her save a couple good games at the end for the Lady Cats. Clemens frustrated that ball didn't drop, and she looks like she's ready to chew some nails. Riley Bush takes it away from Riley Turner. Bush drives, puts up a layup, and it's in.
I tell you what, Rob, we've not seen Breathitt, the Lady Cats, come out in a man-to-man defense very often. and they are in one right now, and it is aggressive.
Yeah, they're aggressive tonight. You see Clemens working against Tincher. Tincher drives in against Schutz. Schutz doesn't move, able to block it. I'd almost write her up for 2 blocks that time. The first shot was altered, and that one, the second one that was put up by Tincher was.
Our boy Trace Kincaid says, let's go, Casey and Rob.
All right, Trace, buddy. Love you, buddy. Trace and Coco.
Hey, I got him in my 6th grade class on Thursdays and Fridays, and I tell you.
You're a lucky teacher.
I am blessed to have him and Coco both in my classroom. So 2
great individuals that we've had the joy of sharing lumberjack coaching with and watching them play sports and basketball at Marie Roberts. And
just hope that they enjoy having me as their teacher as much as I enjoy having them in my class. They're absolute pleasure to be around.
Trace, take it easy on Casey in class. That's what he's saying.
Yes, please.
Tincher works against Clemens in the lane, can't hold on to it. She dribbles back out to the top of the key. Over to Riley Turner. Riley sets up shop. Over to Adeline Turner, now inside to Tincher. Tincher working against Clemens. She can't get anything inside, and she's frustrated as Adeline Turner puts up a 3.
I'll tell you that, but that's the game you want to play if you're Jackson City. Get it down low to Tincher, and if it's not there, dish it out for somebody that's open.
You could tell Tincher was a little frustrated that time. She wasn't able to back Kaylee Clemens under the basket like she wanted to. Haddix gives it to Bush now. Bush working against Riley Turner. Over to Clemens. She likes the 3. Oh, just off the rim. Ritchie fights for the rebound, and it goes out of bounds.
Kyle Maggard says, staying with the white. I'm not going to argue with him.
I hope Kyle Maggard goes back and watches the broadcast and here's our good comments we had to say about it.
I do too.
Schutz works under the basket, puts up a nice shot. That's the first 2 for her. Coach Derek Goff, of course, going to get Schutz warmed up here. And
nice take.
Man, nice shot by Riley Turner as she gets it to fall, and she's going to find herself at the foul line.
Beckham Herald says, Casey, you're wrong. What am I wrong about Beckham? Beckham was my running back in high school.
Riley misses the free throw.
Sharon Gross says, great kids at both schools. Yeah, I agree with you. We have some absolutely fantastic young athletes here in Breathitt County.
That foul was on Clemens, and you see her bring the ball up the court. Now to Haddix in the corner. Back to Clemens. Clemens looking inside. She passes off to Riley Bush, and the ball goes just over her outreached arm. She was stretching for that one. She just couldn't get to it. Turner now with it. Oh, nice takeaway by Kaylee Ritchie as she comes up big on defense. Dishes to Haddix. Haddix puts up a short jumper, no good. Schutz with a big rebound. It's taken away. You see Riley Turner and Kaylee Ritchie going after it. Ball passes through Tincher's hands, now to Noble. Shot was no good. Taken away by Kaylee Clemens for the Ladycats. Clemens takes a deep breath, brings the ball down the court.
I'm going to save this comment for in just a few minutes because it needs its own time. So, yeah.
Okay.
But it's from Nate and Tiffany Hoskins, so you can only imagine.
Ball inside to Riley Bush. She stops, puts up the short shot, can't get it to fall. And she's going to draw. She's going to be called for the foul on Adeline Turner.
And that's what I was talking about earlier about how the flow of the game was at Jackson City. There just was no flow to it because it was called one way early, and then it changed to a more of a tightly contested game later.
Right.
As far as the whistles, right there, that was a little bit of a gimme foul there. I don't know if I would have called that one. As Jackson City has the ball here. Tincher at the top of the key.
Bush almost takes that one away, and she's going to get called for the reach-in.
2 fouls on Bush.
It's going to be 2 on her early in the first period. As you see Emily Watts come into the ball game, and Bush going to take a break.
So I'm going to go ahead and mention it now before I forget. Nate and Tiffany Hoskins says Casey and Rob are like the mega powers of commentary.
Well, I've been eating my vitamins and saying my prayers, Casey.
Oh, yeah.
I was waiting on it. I hope you had it. High shot off the backboard by Nobles, no good. Emily Watts comes down with it, and now Jerica Neese in the ball game for the Ladycats. She's working against Turner, drives over to the left wing, now back out the top of the key. Riley Turner able to knock it away. She goes up against Schutz, no good. into Cayeton, and Schutz comes down with it. Now dishes to Kaylee Ritchie. Back and forth action.
Woo. They're going to call a double dribble there.
These girls are getting after it. Bobcats down 1 point right now to the Lady Tigers. Tigers with a 1 point lead, 5-4. 2:52 to go in the first period. Riley Turner working against Maddie Haddix. Dishes inside to Tincher. She's working against Watts now. Goes up, shot no good.
Telling you, it's got a very familiar feel to this game so far, in my opinion, from what we've seen up there at Jackson City.
You're exactly right. Head referee Kyle Maggard wipes away the sweat after calling that foul. That's going to be the first foul on Emily Watts as Tincher's first foul shot rolls in. It's good.
Bryce Hoskins says, couldn't have picked a better two than Coach Allen and Rob to call these games. Bryce, I'm just going to tell you right now, when you get back on the football field, that's not going to get you out of running jingle jangles, buddy.
I got a feeling we're not going to have to worry about Bryce running at all this year. The way he's played on the basketball court, I got to brag on him. I'm excited to watch this guy on football this fall. It's going to be fun times, Casey. Dish inside to Noble by Neese. I want to stand up and clap for that one.
That
great
duo
vision
right there is going to be around for a while here in Breathitt County.
Great vision by Neese to see Noble inside and a great pass. Noble's shot was good. Tincher went up no good, gets her own rebound. They're probably going to call Noble for the foul.
Let's see what we got here. Yep, it's on Noble. That'll be her first, I believe, as Tincher will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
It's been a back-and-forth game, and I've already missed 2 points somewhere going over my stats here. Tincher back at the foul line, puts up the first free throw. It's good.
Just an excellent ball player all around.
Yeah.
Oh, what's happening? Oh, my goodness. I missed that one. Okay, she seems to be all right.
Just checking her audio, folks. Let us know if you have any trouble. We were working with our awesome producer over here, Ty Back. 24 people watching on YouTube. We've got our audios muted on folks' phones and computers, so I don't know what the problem might be. Schutz's shot was no good. Riley Turner comes up with the ball, comes down the court. She goes in against Watts, puts up a shot and no good. Back to Schutz. 1-on-2 right now. Schutz going to drive against Cayeton. Shot's no good, but she's going to draw the foul as she goes to the basket.
Yeah, I think that was a good foul.
That'll be Cayeton's first, I believe. Got the thumbs up from Ty Back. We're good to go,
awesome,
Casey.
Awesome.
Schutz been really good from the free throw line. I was actually looking at some of those stats earlier and was, I jinxed her on that one.
Man, we've been doing that a lot lately, Rob.
That's okay. We'll get back to some of those stats.
You know, we was talking about the fouls and how it's not been very a good flow to the game so far. Breathitt right now has 5 team fouls. Jackson City only has 1.
Ball up the court quickly to Tincher. Her shot's no good. She gets her own rebound, goes up, and it's good. That's why she's the leading scorer in the state at 30 a game.
That average might go up at the end of this one.
Jackson Lady Tigers with a 3-point lead over the Ladycats. Dish inside to Schutz by Ritchie. She goes up with a shot. It's good. And a foul. And a little smile as she goes to the free throw line.
Well, she was somewhat of a non-factor in the last game. I mean, she come out and had a pretty good first quarter. I believe she had like 2 or 3 blocks, and she had a good start, but because of foul trouble, she had to sit out most of that game last time we was up on the hill. But speaking of performances, while she made the second free throw, Schutz had a quadruple double the other night. That is unbelievable. In high school basketball.
Schutz is shooting about 54% from the free throw line, and I got to question that. I think it's more around 65 or 70% from the last couple games I watched, but we'll see. Noble with it under the basket, hits the deck, and they're going to call a jump ball as Jackson City able to get some hands on it. Lady Tigers playing with a lot of aggression tonight too, Casey. They've come in here and they've got a tie ball game as the Ladycats have had to work to get back in this. Tigers with a 3-point lead here early. Ball under the basket to Noble. She loses the handle. Dish back in, and Schutz ends up with it. Tries to get it out of there. Riley Turner comes up with it again. Riley is getting the A for effort here in the first period as she's been scrappy and coming up with a lot of loose balls. And I believe Kaylee Ritchie's going to be called for that one. Yep, that's a foul, her first foul, I believe. And Adeline Turner goes to the free throw line for the Lady Tigers.
Coach Goff's got a lot of faith in Riley Bush as he's set to bring her back in the ballgame with 2 fouls in the first quarter here.
Yep. See who she's coming in for. We got 6 on the floor right now. Noble going to come out. Adeline Turner's second free throw. It's up high, nice arch of the shot, and it's in. 12-10, Lady Tigers. Kaylee Clemens working against Adeline Turner. Brings the ball up midcourt, over to Ritchie. Ritchie's going to drive the lane. Don't get in her way. It's in there. Nice layup by Kaylee Ritchie. She was a little frustrated with that foul. You could see the determination on her face as she went down the lane. 12-12, and that's a walk. Yep. 12-12 with about 49 seconds left in the first period. Tie ball game here between the Lady Tigers and the Ladycats. I got to say that's probably a walk on Riley Turner that we're not going to see a whole lot. I don't see her making that mistake very often. Clemens with the ball now. Dish inside to Schutz. Ball going to be knocked out of bounds by Cayeton as she was going after. Good heads-up defensive play by Cayeton of the Lady Tigers.
The Ladycats of Breathitt County making a very conscious effort to get the ball into the post to Schutz early on in this ball game.
Clemens with it now, works inside the lane, dishes out to Neese, top of the key. She's going to drive around the left wing in the lane. Ball's knocked down. Bush comes up with it, puts up a shot, no good, but she's fouled.
The foul will be on Tincher.
Yep.
Is that her first or second?
I believe that's Tincher's first, yeah. That's her first foul. Riley Bush finds herself at the free throw line. Riley's been a force to be reckoned with on this Lady Cat team in a few games that we've got to watch.
Yeah, we've bragged on her quite a bit about her taking on more of a leadership role for this young team that the Lady Cats have.
Second shot by Bush is up, no good. She's missed them both. Schutz comes down with a rebound, goes up hard to the basket, gets the shot to fall and the foul. My bad.
I just tell you, speaking about this game is pretty pivotal in the rankings for the 55th district. It keeps both of these teams alive at possibly getting that 1 seed.
Schutz gets the three-point play the old-fashioned way as she gets the foul shot to fall. Turner with it now, top of the key over to Adeline Turner, puts up a 3 with 24 seconds to go, no good. Rebound down to Cayeton, back to Riley Turner, no shot was no good. Riley Bush comes up with it, now to Kaylee Clemens. Clemens going to bring the ball up the court. She working against Adeline Turner. She drives into the lane, puts up a scoop of a layup. Wow, she gives herself a hand clap. Great play by Kaylee Clemens. Tincher puts up a 3 at the buzzer, no good. And somehow, Casey Allen, the Lady Cats have found themselves with a 5-point lead here in the first period.
They've scored the last 5 points there to end the first period. That was a pretty key thing there. They're taking the momentum into the second quarter. Let's see if they can build on it as Jackson City looks to kind of regroup after allowing the last 5 points there. I think you're going to see a more determined version of the Jackson City Lady Tigers coming out, more aggressive, I guess you could say, going to the post to Tincher. Tincher looked like she was a little bit disappointed in the first quarter there. So I fully expect them to come out and really attack the basket.
I tell you what, Coach Derek Goff's got to be really pleased with the effort of this Lady Cats team at this point, as you've seen a couple of girls kind of come in and use frustration the right way, as Kaylee Ritchie came down, put up a nice shot, and then again, Clemens just drove the lane right there and put up a scoop of a layup that fell in. And like you said, the Lady Cats able to score the last 5 points. And they find themselves going into the second period 17-12.
You have two of the best players in the 14th region, not just the 55th district, but the 14th region on the floor for each one of these teams. And it's been a battle. It's been a real battle in the first period there. I fully expect it to continue that way. And, as Jackson City's going to tip this second period off with the ball.
Turner with it now, top of the key for the Tigers. Dishes to Noble, now to Cayeton. Cayeton moves with it, gets it to Adeline Turner, inside to Tincher, knocked down by Schutz. Schutz with it on the floor, dishes over to Bush. Now Kaylee Clemens comes up with it for the Ladycats. She walks it down the court across midcourt, behind the back dribble, loses a handle on it. Ball's on the floor. Turner comes up with it. Want to drive in against 3 Ladycat defenders, puts it up and in good. Clemens calling for it, wide open on the end of the court. Ritchie brings it up for the Ladycats. Now over to Bush. Bush going to drive inside. Looks under the basket. Dish to Schutz. What a nice pass. Shot was no good. Bush comes back up with it, puts up a shot, no good, but she's going to draw the foul.
That'll be 2 on Tincher.
I didn't know where Riley Bush was going, but she knew that Schutz was under the basket, and she dished off to Adriana, and shot was no good, but Riley finds herself at the foul line. That's why you got to get under the basket and try to play.
Yeah,
you got to work inside and try to work off the blocks and get something going, and sooner or later you're going to get a foul called if you don't get the shot to fall. Second shot by Bush was good. 18-14 now, 7:05 to go in the second period. Noble, short jumper, high off the backboard, no good. Ritchie can't hold on the rebound. Tincher.
They call a walk.
And they call her for a walk. She's frustrated, Casey.
Yeah, you can see it. And that's understandable. At the time, the Ladycat defense has really been stifling up to this point.
I like that, Casey. Stifling defense.
Hey, man, I'm trying to improve my vocabulary when it comes to these basketball games.
Clemens drives the lane, puts up a scoop shot again, and it's good off the backboard.
Taking notes from Ty back about that. He said you need to improve your game when it comes to vocabulary.
Turner with a 3 behind the arc, no good. Fight for the rebound between Schutz and Cayeton, and they're going to call jump ball. Kyle Maggard may want to think about signing one of those two in a match. They were going hard after that rebound. Cayeton and Schutz fights for it. Clemens, Neese, Ritchie, Schutz, and Bush in for the Ladycats.
Rob, what do you think about me and you getting in the ring and making everybody happy with the mega powers?
I've said for a long time, if we could raise money for the Lumberjacks with a very interesting athletic wrestling match, I would do it all along. So the mega powers. We got Riley Bush.
It's a little bit of a late call, but it's going to be
Riley Turner. My bad. Turner's up. She just must have rolled an ankle, stepped on somebody, or somebody stepped on her maybe. Getting back to the mega powers though, Casey, I could see a tag team championship of the world in our future.
Is it even a question? That's my thing. It's not. It's like the most sure bet that you can make. Write it down, Ty.
I don't think Ty's doing it.
He's typing right now. He's typing it in. Put that in our contract.
6:08 to go in the second. Schutz at the foul line. Puts up another shot, and it's good. Ladycats with a 21-14 lead now. 6:08 to go in the second. Got a short timeout. And we'll keep it right here. I'll tell you what, I'll read off some sponsors while we have a chance. Jackson Deposit Bank. Every city needs a great bank, and Jackson Deposit is Jackson's bank. Variety Pizza, your home in Jackson for the best pizza along with their famous hoagies. Jackson Electric, where you should stop in and see Herbie and Scott for all your plumbing, electrical, and heating needs. Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy, great people who have your safety at heart. Family and Hometown Pharmacy have always been proud supporters of the Bobcats and the Tigers. Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson, serving Breathitt County for over 50 years. Jackson Physical Therapy, owner Colby Watts. PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale, serving the wholesale needs and supplying Eastern Kentucky. And Lakeside Homes, stop by and see Ellis and Brenda for your next home. As the ball comes in the court for the Tigers, Schutz able to take it away. Cross court to Ritchie. Ritchie's going to put up a short jumper off the backboard, no good. Ball comes down to Riley Turner, of course. Turner going to be fouled right at midcourt. I appreciate that, Matt Gingrich. We've already got a manager. I don't know if we want to call him, the next Jimmy Hart or not, but he could do the job.
Jason Fugit says Ravishing Rob from Route 30. Awesome ring name.
I love that, Fugit. That's pretty good. David Neese, thank you, buddy. Says get it, Rob and Casey. Mega powers. I like that. This is good. Bush under the basket, puts up a shot's good. And Coach Paul Green going to call the timeout, get the Tigers in here.
9-point ball game now.
He's asking a lot of questions right now, and the Lady Tigers need to come up with some answers. I don't think he's real satisfied with the way they've been playing defense at this point. You got to love the play of Riley Turner. Everywhere the ball has been on the court defensively, she has shown up, and she's come up with the basket or with the ball a number of times going to the basket for the Tigers.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I'm sitting here. My wife just started watching. Somebody must have texted her and said, "Your husband's about to become a professional wrestler."
It's all right, Tosh. He's with me, and we've already got a manager. I mean, if anybody gets in our way, we can always call on Bryce or Ogans or maybe Evan.
Well, Bryce Hoskins he chimed in and said, "I see Coach Allen as being a Braun Strowman type wrestler." You'd have to be spot on, because that's my coaching style as well. I'm always on level 10.
Riley Turner again drives to the basket for the Lady Tigers, puts up a layup, and it's good. Neese with it for the Ladycats. Over to Clemens. Clemens going to bring the ball across half court, working against Adeline Turner of the Lady Tigers. Clemens looking inside. Schutz goes up against Cayetan, no good, and I think that foul is going to be on Cayetan. Tosh, Casey and myself, at this point in our life, we don't fool with it unless the money's good. Ain't that right, Casey?
That you better believe it. The BSN coin is on fire right now.
We don't know how we can spend BSN coins, but we're working on that too.
Yeah, apparently it's the next big thing, so the stock market's going to absolutely moonshot. We're going to the moon.
Shots.
According to HB Lines, we're going to the moon.
Schutz second shot is good. 25-16, the Ladycats have a commanding lead at this point, 9 points. Riley Turner, brings the ball up the court, running the point for the Tigers over to Noble. Noble puts up a jumper, no good. Lady Tigers having a hard time getting a shot to fall right now.
Yeah.
Dish over to Cayetan, now inside to Tincher. Tincher gets the ball knocked down, and I think that's going to be 3 on Riley Bush.
That's 3, and it's going to send Tincher to the line to shoot the bonus. We got Jalen Turner tuning in. Jalen, man, your dunk last night, I have talked about that all day. I've talked about it last night. I was telling people over in Pike County that I'm friends with, was like, you need to check this out because, poster, man, is awesome.
Jalen's been the topic at many places today as we talked about him for a long time at work. Glad he's tuned in and watching us. What a show we put on last night, driving the lane, putting the ball in the basket, two-handed slam, one-handed dunk.
Too bad you ain't here to see the halftime show, Jalen, because that's what we do.
Yeah, Casey Allen's going to try to recreate that one-handed dunk. Tincher with it now under the basket, and she walked. Another frustration move by the Lady Tigers right now as things not going Coach Green and the Lady Tigers' way. 25-17, 4:55 to go in the second period. Clemens up the court to Neese now. Neese back over to Clemens. Clemens way up the court to Noble, and it's out of her hands, but ball rolling all over the court. And again, Riley Turner comes down with it. Maddie Haddock steps in the passing lane and takes that one away before Tincher could get her hands on it. Great heads-up defensive play by Maddie Haddocks. Clemens calls the offense for the Lady Cats. Ball over to Haddocks. Haddocks going to drive the lane. She drives past Noble, puts up a shot, and it's good. Look out if they get Maddie Haddocks hot.
Yeah. She is. I just love her game, man. She's scrappy. She's all the time after the basketball, and she can shoot too. Now, don't sleep on her.
Riley Turner over to Adeline Turner, over to Cayetan, and Schutz takes it away. Now to Neese. Neese drives the lane against Turner, puts up a wild shot and no good. Riley Turner again comes up with it. Here she comes down the court against Schutz. She stops, pops, and the shot is no good because they're going to call her for the walk. I thought that was a pretty nice little stop and fake move, but they called her for the walk.
Yeah, she'll alter your shot pretty quick. Just her presence there down low in transition will make you second guess yourself as you go up for a shot.
I don't know if Tony's listening to us or if he's here, but maybe I'll agree. I'll tell Tony maybe I'm a little biased on the call against Riley Turner at this point. 3:40 to go in the second, 27-17, Ladycats with the lead. As Kaylee Ritchie going to come back into the ball game for Naomi Noble. And Emily Watts going to come in for Schutz, as Schutz going to get a breather.
Yeah, Schutz deserves a little breather after her performance so far in this first half.
I want to say a quick shout out to my favorite English teacher, Addie Murphy Henry, who was watching us on YouTube. She's chimed in, said she's so glad to have BSN so she can watch all the way from Arizona.
Wow.
Good to have you with us, Addie. We appreciate that comment.
I just got a question.
And
Is there any oceanfront property in Arizona?
Not that I know of,
okay,
Casey.
I appreciate that.
I had her for English, not geography, but glad to have her with us. I know
Absolutely.
She's cheering on Kaylee right now. Kaylee Ritchie's made some great defensive plays in this game.
Yes, she has.
Clemens calls the offense.
Coach Goff is going to leave Kaylee in the ball game with 3 fouls.
Wants them to widen out. She's dishing in the middle to Kaylee Ritchie. Kaylee back over to Haddix. Haddix thought about the 3, loses the ball off her foot. Riley Turner, again, folks, comes up with the ball. Dishes over to Adeline Turner. Now back to Riley. Puts up a 3, no good off the backboard. Emily Watts comes down with a rebound. Now dishes over to Clemens. Clemens going to walk the ball up the court. No rush. Bobcats with a 10-point lead. 2:44 to go in the second. Clemens tries to dribble around Turner. Now over to Ritchie. Ritchie going to drive the lane. And
that's tough.
Yeah, that's a tough call. She's going to be a foul called
on 22.
On number 22, that's Riley Turner. And Kaylee Ritchie going to find herself at the free throw line. Coach Paul Green pleading for the walk. Pleading for that call.
I tell you, Rob.
That was a hard call to make.
To get Tincher kind of going, me personally, this is just the way that I would call it. And again, I'm not a basketball coach, but I would run some kind of isolation and get her the ball at the top of the key and just kind of clear her out.
Yeah, you're right.
Let her go to the basket and see what she can do.
Riley Turner fountains Adeline Turner open. Her 3's no good. Ball down to Watts, now up to Neese. Neese going to drive the lane, dishes over to Brindley Gross, who's in the ball game now. And I think that walk's going to be called on Neese. Ball hadn't made it to Gross yet when the whistle was blew.
Breathitt's jumped into a 2-3 zone, it looks like. Oh.
Brindley Gross all over Adeline Turner playing defense. Ball going to come down to Clemens, and Coach Derek Goff going to call a timeout.
Going to slow things down here.
Going to get the Ladycats in here and talk to them real quick. I know Paul Green wants a chance to talk to these girls right now too. Been a very interesting first period as we saw the Lady Tigers kind of win that one if you were scoring it as a boxing match. Even though it was 10-10, I think you would say that the Tigers came up big in that first period.
Absolutely.
But look out in the second period as the Ladycats have came out onto the court with a newfound aggression on defense and have been able to put up enough baskets that they found themselves with a 10-point lead right now. And I'm really surprised at how well, Coach Goff's been able to work some younger players in, and I'm really surprised at how well the younger players have been able to fill in right now. We've got one right now with Neese with the ball as she brings it across the court, working against Riley Turner. Ball back to Kaylee Clemens.
Well, you said it, Rob. The Lady Tigers have struggled to find the basket in the second quarter here as they've only scored 5 points.
Clemens with a big 3. She likes that shot, but she couldn't find the basket. Maddie Haddix and Brindley Gross kind of ran into each other. Haddix going to shake that one off.
I'll just tell you, she's tough, man.
Yeah, she's tough.
Erica Lynn Fugate-Nee says, best pair of sports commentators, hands down, not to mention two great coaches.
Appreciate that, Erica. I know David didn't put her up to saying anything good about us. So.
No, there's no way.
Tincher tries to go up with it as she's double teamed, and she's going to get fouled and go to the line. They're going to call that on, who they call that on Brindley Gross?
I'm not sure who they called it on.
Yeah, he called it on Gross. That's her first. Tincher finds herself at the free throw line with 1 minute and 29 seconds to go in the second period before the half, looking to get a couple of easy baskets before halftime. 27-18 now.
The Lady Tigers will be shooting the double bonus the remainder of this half.
Yep. Tincher takes her time on the second shot, puts it up, and it's good. Beautiful shot.
I don't think either one of them hit the rim.
26 people watching now on YouTube. Glad to have you guys with us. Clemens content to bring the ball across the court patiently. She dribbles around Adeline Turner, dish to Schutz inside.
Wow.
The shot almost went. That was a great play as you see Schutz and Clemens exchange smiles and fist bumps.
I mean, they're really trying to get her going. You know, they've fed her the rock quite a bit.
Clemens,
rightfully so.
Yeah, Clemens was trying really hard to get her the feed off that pick, and Schutz went down the lane and put up a good shot, just couldn't get it to fall. First free throw's no good. She takes a deep breath. Clemens comes back in front of Tincher as Schutz's second shot's no good.
She seems a little frustrated herself.
Clemens and Schutz talking about it going down the court. Riley Turner brings the ball up for the Lady Tigers. Turner sets the offense over to Adeline. Now back to Riley. Now to inside to Tincher. Ball knocked down by Kaylee Clemens. As we've got Brooke Prater in the game for the Lady Tigers now. Adeline Turner into Riley. Riley Turner dribbles. Back to Prater, now to Turner at the top of the key. Brindley Gross on her. Turner going to drive through, weave through traffic, and put up a nice shot. Wow, you said it. Way to handle the ball as Riley Turner weaved through the lane past the Lady Bobcat defenders. And we got a 27-21 ball game with about 30 seconds left before the half. Emily Watts over on the left wing, over to Schutz. Schutz to Haddix. Haddix going to drive inside on Tincher. I think Tincher blocked that one. Haddix goes up again, no good. Shots up again, no good. Schutz puts it up, and it rolls in.
Wow. You can't give them second chance opportunities like that.
Adriana Schutz able to find the basket that
time.
Great
battle, though. Great battle down low.
The Ladycats were working hard. Tincher can't hold on to it. It ends up with Riley Turner now inside, and Brindley Gross comes down with the ball after Watts deflected it. Watts is open. Clemens puts up a shot from the midcourt line, no good. Emily Watts was wide open over on that left wing calling for the ball. I don't think Clemens really had time to get her the ball, and she just put up that shot. Folks, it's 29-21 here at halftime. The Ladycats have the lead over the Lady Tigers. We'll take this opportunity to take a commercial break and kick it over to our producer.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply, located in Jackson, Kentucky, is proud to serve Breathitt and surrounding communities. They are also proud to support the local schools and sports teams. Come in and allow them to help you with all your electric and plumbing supply needs. And now introducing Jackson Septic Supply, selling concrete septic tanks. Give Herbie and the gang a call at 606-666-4052 to see how they can help you.
At Jackson Deposit Bank, you will find the same small-town community bank atmosphere our loyal customers have expected and appreciated for over a century at this location. With the new name of Jackson Deposit Bank, you will now have access to the most modern banking products and services covering all your needs. Visit us online at cdbt.com, download our mobile app, or come in and let one of our dedicated customer service representatives guide you through our many new products and services, including mobile deposit, virtual wallet, and Zelle, our newest peer-to-peer payment solution. We bring the community bank to you. Visit Jackson Deposit Bank and discover how you can now bank local anywhere. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Homes, located in Jackson, Kentucky, has been serving Breathitt and surrounding counties for over 27 years. They have new manufactured homes from Norris, Clayton, and Fleetwood, single wides, double wides, and also an assortment of quality used homes. Many financing options available, offering site prep, delivery, and setup for a no-hassle experience. To find your new home, visit them at 42 Jets Drive in Jackson or on the web at www.lakesidehomesjackson.com or call 606-666-7558.
Variety Pizza. Family owned and operated, serving the community with homemade and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more for over 45 years. Located at 1189 Main Street, Jackson, Kentucky. Available for dine-in and carry-out, with private party spaces available. Stop by and visit us or call 606-666-5454.
Bank and Trust Company of Jackson has been locally owned and operated since 1962. We offer several products that help make banking convenient. Ticketless deposits at our ATMs, online banking, our CBTJ mobile banking app, and compatibility with mobile wallet. Give us a call at 606-666-7575 or visit us on the web at citizensbankjackson.bank to see how we can help you. Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson is always searching for ways to serve you better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
All right, folks, we are back at the Pharisee O. Woods Coliseum as the Ladycats have a 29-21 lead over the Lady Tigers from Jackson City. Myself and Casey Allen and Ty Back have had a rather eventful halftime thus far. Casey, we're not going to get to do our halftime show tonight. We didn't know that the cheerleaders were taking pictures, so.
By the way, it is great to see them over there cheering. I'm a cheer dad. Yes. I love seeing the cheerleaders out and doing their thing. I wish it was more of a normal circumstance for them so that they can compete and actually go to competition. But nonetheless, it is great to see that. Great job by Caleb to get them out there to take a picture. All the fans here were not – I mean, they were a little upset about the 20,000 BSN coin, but nothing too bad. I mean, they understood. So we just might have to add that to the jackpot next time. We'll see if that's in the budget. We'll have to talk to our producer, Ty Back, see if we're good for that. He's giving me the thumbs up, so we might double it next time. We might go 40,000 BSN coin, as our owner here is next to us. But we love the fact that everybody has kind of chimed in and has interacted with us during this broadcast. It always makes it fun as our producer, well, not our producer, but our owner of BSN has come by and has laid the law down.
Well, I was just getting ready to tell you to straighten up and know your role. Well, because the boss was here.
Well, I smell what the boss is cooking, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, I was just told that
I heard district seatings. Yeah,
the district seatings are taking place, and sounded like Wolfe County is going to be, of course, the number one.
Well, I'll just tell you, okay, I don't make many mistakes, but when I do, I own up to them. So, Rob, why did you tell everybody that this game had some kind of implication for the district seating?
Well, I make a lot of mistakes, Casey, and I'm old enough. I don't mind owning up to them. I don't really mind at all when I do make a mistake.
Hey, Coach Moore, the athletic director here at Breathitt County High School, has watching our broadcast. Coach Moore, we give you a shout out. Thank you for tuning in.
Great to have Kyle with us.
We're working on a fundraiser where me and Rob battle John Noble and. No, is that right? We was going to go John Noble. And
I just thought we were the mega powers. Nobody's anteed up yet.
Well,
okay? Nobody's wanting to face us yet, Casey. We're
go big or go home is what I think, and I think it's Kyle Maggard and John Noble
versus the Mega Powers?
Yes, in the squared circle, our very first match, and it needs to be for some kind of championship.
Some kind of championship.
It don't matter. It can be the has-beens championship of the world. It can be whatever. It doesn't matter, but there's going to be a championship on the line for it.
BSN championship.
Yeah, BSN.
Okay, the BSN championship.
We already got the belts.
I mean, we're the champs. I mean, is there any doubt from our viewing audience if there's a better? And again, I know we've got some great talented people, but our audience that tunes in always brags on us. I've not seen anybody say anything too negative.
No,
about
I
us.
mean, I was watching the numbers, and when we start talking about the Mega Powers and us being heavyweight champs, the count actually went up 3 people on YouTube. So,
Coach Moore says, "Good job, guys. Appreciate you all. I'll take you two as long as John doesn't team up with David Kyle."
Yeah, there you go. We gotta keep David Kyle out of the ring.
Well, I tell you what, if there's one thing about it, if he gets on the mic, I'm definitely going to get beat. David Kyle is pretty quick-witted, but I think I could take him.
You think you can?
I think I can take him. I don't know, but I think we can. Oh, Jared Hayes says, Fudd and Shorty versus Rob and Casey. I'll officiate. Now that
would be a matchup.
Is Shorty just waking up, or Shorty has he just got done working a full day at school and then pouring 30,000 yards of concrete?
Yeah,
that's the version of Shorty I want. I want the exhausted version.
We'll take Shorty after he pours concrete. Well, our competition, Casey's sitting over here to our left, Fudd Hayes and his
I'm not
wife,
worried
Dana.
about Fudd. I'm definitely worried about some Shorty Combs.
He is right now texting his manager on his phone, getting ready for us. Folks, I tell you what, we'll try to get back to girls basketball action, and since how we got 1 minute and 40 left before the third period.
Jalen Turner says DK is a tough matchup. You never know what to expect with him. That's true. I went to school with him, Jalen. Me and him hung out quite a few times, and I never knew what to expect with DK. And I tell you what, I think the world of him. He's a character, to say the least. He's a great guy.
Well, Coach Goff's Ladycats back out on the floor now. Kaylee Clemens looks to be shooting some free throws, and some of the starters getting warmed up from the free throw line.
Justin Combs says Shorty versus everybody.
Yeah, he'd take that one. Shorty would take that one.
No doubt. There's no doubt. I'm glad he's not watching right now, because he may just be like, you know what, guys, this is a great idea. Let's do it.
Coach Goff had his starters out at the free throw line shooting some free throws during halftime here. The Ladycats are only shooting about 48% from the free throw line, so maybe that's one reason that Coach Goff has been working the girls in practice and here at halftime on their free throws, knowing going into this latter half of the ball game that free throws could come up big, as the Lady Tigers are definitely within striking distance, Casey. I mean, they're only 8 points down, and we saw them come back from about a 15-point deficit up at Jackson City. So
I think Kyle Maggard's seen our commentary during halftime. He's shaking
his
it off
head.
there. He looked up here, made eye contact with me.
He looked at Casey, gave Casey the stink eye.
I'll tell you what, we'll have a fatal four-way tag team match for the BSN Tag Team Championships, and the Mega Powers will come out. But anyways, Gregory Chase Hayes, before we get started, says that Fudd would bring out the chairs from under the ring to even the field, Casey. Listen, me and Rob know every trick that Fudd has, okay? There's nothing that we haven't seen him do, and we're well prepared.
Addie Turner going to bring the ball in for the Lady Tigers. I still think Kyle Maggard is giving you the thumbs up, brother. It's a go.
I think it's a go.
Addie Turner brings it into Riley. Riley Turner, top of the key, over to Addie. Back to Riley, now to Noble over in the left wing. Back to Riley. She dishes to Adlin. Inside to Tincher. Brianna is working against 4 different Lady Cat defenders as Riley puts up a 3, no good. Schutz comes down with it, and it's knocked over to Clemens.
I'll tell you what, the Jackson City Lady Tigers ended the first half on a pretty good run there that cut the game within 8 to keep them really close in this ball game. And I think that if you're Jackson City, you're happy where you're at at this stage of the ball game, considering what you went through in that drought of the second quarter.
Brindley Gross drives under the basket, puts up a nice shot. 2 points for Brindley, 31-21. Ladycats with the lead. Riley now over to Noble. Noble from the left wing, blocked by Schutz. Tincher came down with it, drives up under the basket, no good. Brindley Gross with the rebound. Tincher gets up slow. Gross slows things down, dishes over to Emily Watts, who's open for three, no good. Schutz with the rebound, puts it back up, no good, and it's tipped out of bounds. Referees say it's Lady Cat basketball as Prater comes in for Noble.
I tell you what, if that shot would have failed for Watts, I think you would have.
That's a big confidence booster for her.
Yeah.
And
Clemens lets one fly from the corner.
Wow. Kaylee Clemens with a big three for the Lady Cats.
And that's I think that's her first one of the game.
We've not had a lot of three-point baskets shot tonight, and the ones that have been put up, we've had very few that's went in for either team. Tincher now inside, goes up, shots altered, no good. Watts tries to save it, and the ball's going to roll down the baseline out of bounds.
I still believe that if you want to get Tincher going, you're going to have to spread the floor and run some kind of ISO to get her going, because the Lady Cats are not going to allow her to post them up in this second half.
Yeah, when Tincher gets the ball under the basket, there's 4 Lady Cat defenders that are swarming to her. And Coach Paul Green talking to his Lady Tigers, giving them some tips. Once again, it's a 34-21 ball game, 6:18 to go here in the third period. Coach Goff?
Yeah, I was going to say,
go ahead.
Coach Goff was he's up by 13 points here, and he is still just hammering it home with instruction. So I'm I love seeing that. That you want to coach them up even when you're up, and make them feel like they're not up as much as what they are. Well, which this game is by no means out of reach, and we've seen that from the Lady Tigers earlier.
Lady Tigers can come back quickly. Riley Turner with it. Over to Addie in the corner, back to Riley. Now inside to Tincher. Inside, she's going to dribble out. Working against Gross. Tincher in the lane, goes up against Schutz, puts it up. Nice move by Brianna Tincher. Now you can see why she's the leading scorer with that move as she weaved through the lane and went past Schutz, put up a nice shot.
With moves like that, why would you not want to clear out and let her try to drive to the basket?
Clemens over to Gross, now to Neese. Neese working against Riley Turner, now to Schutz. Schutz going to drive the lane against Cayeton, puts up a shot and no good. Cayeton going to be called for the foul.
Schutz has lived at the foul line tonight. Jalen Turner says Breathitt not scared to let it fly from behind the arc. No, they're not. They will absolutely shoot the lights out if you allow them to.
We got to catch some of these. I wish we could catch some of these boys basketball players here on a halftime show during one of these girls' games.
Or one of the girls during the boys' games. That would be awesome,
during the boys' games. Schutz's first shot was good. Second shot is up, and it's good. She corrected that during halftime.
Yep.
36-23, 5:42 to go in the third period. Riley Turner with it. Over to Tincher, now back to Riley. Now to pass was intended, I think, for Addie Turner. And it falls out of bounds to the Lady Cats. Emily Watts inbounds it to Clemens. Clemens going to walk the ball up the court. Passes across midcourt to Watts. Watts looks inside to Neese. And that foul is going to be called on Addie Turner.
Tell you something else I would not try if I was Jackson City, and again I'm just throwing this out there, is press, because that's something that we've seen the Lady Cats of Breathitt County struggle with.
Right. Emily Watts with a big three from the corner, and it's good. We talked about her shot earlier, and there she is with that one.
And these Lady Cats are having fun right now.
39-23, 5:14 to go in the third. That's Prater. Over in the corner, tries to get it to Riley Turner, and Brindley Gross takes it away. Brindley's going to go to the basket against Tincher. She puts up a layup, no good. Schutz comes down with it, dishes to Clemens from behind the arc, no good. Gross able to save it, now to Schutz. Schutz Tried to get it to Clemens, and it's going to go to Neese, and they're going to call over and back.
Well, the Jackson City Lady Tigers got a break there because that would have been a third opportunity at scoring points for the Lady Cats.
Brindley, you got to love the aggressiveness of Brindley Gross. I mean, when she's in there, she's going after the ball. Shot by Cayetan, no good. Schutz comes down with it. Over to Watts. Watts dishes back to Clemens. Clemens going to bring the ball across midcourt now for the Lady Cats, working against Riley Turner. Behind the back dribble. Gets a pick from Watts and dishes over to Neese behind the three-point arc. High arching shots, no good. Schutz comes down with it, and she hits the deck hard. That's a hard fall to take. She gets up a little slow.
She said I fell on my tailbone.
She's talking and laughing about it. So after a hit like that, when you get up with that smile, it kind of makes all the fans in here smile too. So Schutz gets up okay. 4:20 to go in the third period, 39-23. She toes the line for her first foul shot. It's up, and it's good.
I believe this is the first time that I've seen
number 2, Noble, comes in.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've seen her come in. This, as far as the games that I've watched, anyways.
Yeah, I think this is it's the first game that she's actually been able to play. Schutz, second foul shot's up. Beautiful. Turner with it, comes up, dishes to Tincher. Tincher going to drive the lane against Schutz, puts up a little scoop, no good, but she gets the foul. That's what the Lady Tigers been needing to do at this point.
Man, we're good at what we do. You know that? We can coach it up, can't we?
Thank you, Casey. I appreciate that. I'm glad you agree with me on that.
Well, it's been too long since I've seen somebody brag on you in the chat, so I figured I'd throw that out there at you.
Well, I appreciate it. We do an all right job. Like I said the other night, for two country boys that play football, we can talk a little basketball and wrestling and boxing. And
great rebound by Watts.
Clemens working against Riley Turner. Needs help. Passes over to Schutz. Schutz across midcourt. She's going to drive the lane against Cayetan and Addie Turner.
Okay, Edna Mayer says this is her second game. She has had a foot injury. Okay.
Yeah, she'd been injured and not been able to play.
Thank you for that update, because I wasn't for sure. I hadn't seen her play yet. So
Schutz at the foul line again.
Good to see her back then.
Nice shot.
Riley Bush will check in the ball game for Clemens. Looks like Richie's going to be coming in the ball game as well.
Clemens gets a well-deserved break. Well, Schutz has come out after halftime and said, go ahead and foul me because I'm going to hit them every one.
Yep.
Great foul shots by Adriana.
That's a big improvement for the Lady Cats. That's something they struggled with early on in the season.
Turner over to Tincher. Tincher going to drive the lane again. Dishes over to Addie Turner. Now to Riley. Back to Tincher from behind the arc. Ball's not going to draw iron. Rolls out of bounds to the Lady Cats. 43-24. 3:43 to go in the third period. Richie inbounds it to Schutz. Schutz going to walk the ball up to the midcourt line. Pass back to Richie. Richie going to drive the lane, dish to Bush. Bush over in the corner, short jumper is
That's about time right here. You know, it's about Bush time.
Nice
shot. She's a second half player, and she's one that likes to take the game over. She's an excellent ball player.
Nice open jumper that she set her feet and put up a nice shot.
You see her running point a lot, but she's down in the post in the defense here.
Yep, down on the low post now. Addie Turner from behind the arcs, no good for the Lady Tigers as Kaylee Ritchie comes down with that, and Tincher are going to run her out of bounds, and they're going to call Tincher for the foul.
David Neese says, man, y'all's heads are swelling up.
Well, that's part of doing this job, David. I mean, it's hard for Casey and myself to not be good at anything.
That's exactly right.
Schutz behind the arc, passes over to Noble now. Noble going to drive, tries to put up a shot. No good, and they're going to call a jump ball. Riley Turner able to get her hands on it.
Hey, our football mom is checked in. It might be Coach Holcomb, though. He might be underneath Debbie's Facebook. But either way, we love you guys and glad you guys tuned in and checked it out with us.
If it's Debbie, tell Coach we said hey, and if it is Debbie, we'll say hey to you.
Yeah, we love you.
Wish the best of luck to Coach in his travels to Madison Central. Came across some old pictures today. Actually thought about him. Schutz couldn't hold on to it that time. Ball was out of bounds. Now it goes to the Lady Tigers. 2:34 to go in the third period, 45-24. Riley Turner brings the ball across midcourt. Looks inside, dishes over to Addie Turner. She's going to put up a three, and it's good. Bank shot.
Jackson Deposit Bank shot of the game so far.
Look out, here comes Riley Bush running point against the Tigers, and scrappy play as 2 Tigers and 2 Bobcats fall right in front of the Bobcat bench going after that ball. Coach Goff trying to switch out a few players now as Maddie Haddix is back in the game, as Neese and Noble are going to sit. Richie's back in, and so is Kaylee Clemens. Bush with it at the top of the key, working against Riley Turner. She turns, puts up a little hook shot, no good. Schutz goes for the rebound, can't get it. Addie Turner with a rebound, now blocked by Schutz, over to Clemens from the three-point line, no good, off the front of the rim. Tincher with the rebound. Ball tapped, and it's going to go out of bounds. Riley tried to save it. It's going to be the Lady Tigers basketball.
Yeah, I didn't know if anybody wanted that ball there for a minute.
Nobody wanted it. Riley going to be content with shooting a three from the top of the arc. Riley Turner, money on that three-point basket. Maddie Haddix brings the ball up the court for the Lady Cats. Over to Clemens. Clemens takes a minute to set the offense, working against Addie Turner. Now to Kaylee Ritchie. Kaylee going to drive, loses a handle on the ball, tries to dish to Riley Bush, and it's knocked out of bounds by Riley Turner. I'll tell you what, Kaylee Ritchie's determined. When she gets the ball, she's going to go to the basket.
Yeah. Yeah, but she's determined to get to the post and either get a foul or get the two, one of the two. As Riley Bush has the ball, she's driving to the basket. She throws one up, no good. Schutz gets it up, no good, off the backboard, and she's been fouled. Let's see who she's been fouled by, Rob. Looks like 50 there.
Yep, that's Cayetan.
Rebecca Neese says if that's Kyle Maggard officiating, somebody better claim him as his tag team partner real quick.
It's okay, Becky. I think we can take him.
He's been looking up here a couple times. I don't know.
I got a feeling we've had to lick when John Noble or Kyle Maggard watches this broadcast. Schutz puts that second free throw up off the front of the rim. No good. Fight for the rebound, and 3 players hit the floor. Of course, Kaylee Ritchie and Riley Turner, and Adriana Schutz going after the ball. And that foul is going to be called on Ritchie as she was going after the ball. Into Tincher now. Tincher drives the lane, puts up a hook of a layup, and it's good. Scoop shot, if you will.
She's gifted, man. I'm telling you.
Clemens working against Addie Turner, and Addie going to be called for that foul.
I believe they'll be in the bonus now, will they not?
A little bit frustrated that she got called for that one. She was going for the ball. A little reach-in foul.
They will be in the bonus.
That's 4 on Addie Turner.
I'll just tell you, I'm not too concerned about John Noble and Kyle Maggard because we've got something that they can't ever say that they had, and that's the BSN Tag Team Champions of the World, and we're undefeated.
That's
Can
true.
they say that they're undefeated?
No, they
I didn't
can't.
think so.
No.
Okay, so I'm not too worried.
That shot by Clemens falls in.
Although I will say this, Kyle Maggard does look like he is in excellent shape coming in tonight. I was pleasantly surprised by him when he stepped in.
Oh, sure. Now you're going to say good things about him.
Well, somebody's got to.
Schutz tries to put up a shot, no good. And Turner comes down with it for the Lady Tigers as she drives past Clemens, goes in against Schutz, and Schutz is not today. Get that out of here as she gets another block.
That's impressive. I mean,
Ball
she
knocked
ran
out
the
of
floor
bounds.
too and got down there in position to get that block. Excellent.
Schutz guarding inside the lane, and she doesn't take her eyes off Tincher. Ball gets to Tincher. Tincher puts up a shot, no good. Schutz with the rebound. 42 seconds to go in the third period, 46-32. Ladycats with the lead. Clemens working against Addie Turner. Tries to set up some offense. She's going to drive all the way to the basket. No good with that layup, as there's a fight underneath for the rebound of Cayeton and Haddix.
He's going to call a foul on
He's going to call a foul on Maddie Haddix. Maddie says, who, me?
Couldn't be.
Surely not. It's all right, Maddie. That's just her first foul.
Maddie's the type of player who's like, oh, you want to call that a foul? Well,
yeah.
You give me just a minute and I'll show you a foul.
Yeah. Tincher now under the basket, working against Schutz. Couldn't get the ball, couldn't get the shot up. Goes out of bounds to the Lady Tigers.
Janet Hamshell says, appreciate BSN bringing us this game. We appreciate you, Janet. You've always got something nice to say about me and Rob. I don't know if that's
she may be biased.
She might be just a little bit biased.
Clemens with a long baseball pass down the court to Bush. She's able to hang on to it, but then Riley Turner strips it away. Here comes Turner down the lane, and Schutz with another block as Riley Turner hits the deck.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to tell you, this game ain't over.
No.
We've got a whole nother quarter, and our last game was very similar to this, if I'm not mistaken, Rob, and the Lady Tigers fought their way back and lost by 2. I think at one point they might have even tied the ball game.
I think so. Schutz, that's her first foul. Riley Turner at the free throw line as Neese comes in for Haddix. 46-33, less than a second to go in the third period. Turner now puts down the dribble. Shot is up and good. 46-34. Clemens just going to let the clock run out. And that's all of the third quarter, folks, as we're going to go to the fourth. Score 46-34. We're going to keep it here. I'll take a quick minute to run down these list of sponsors. Jackson Deposit Bank. Every city needs a great bank, and Jackson Deposit is Jackson's bank. Variety Pizza, your home for the best pizza and hoagies in town. Jackson Electric. Stop by and see Herbie and Scott for all your electrical, plumbing, and heating needs. Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy. Great people who have your safety at heart. Family and Hometown Pharmacy have always been proud supporters of the Bobcats and the Tigers. Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson, serving Breathitt County for over 50 years. Be sure and check out the CBTJ free mobile app. Your banking right on your mobile device with Citizens Bank and Trust. Jackson Physical Therapy, owner Colby Watts and Jackson Physical Therapy will get you back into the action. PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale, serving the wholesale needs and supplying Eastern Kentucky. And Lakeside Homes. If you're in the market for a new home, stop by and see Ellis and Brenda for your new home at Lakeside Homes. Casey, we go into the fourth quarter, and this was a very interesting 8 minutes when we played up on top of the hill at Golf Gymnasium, as the Lady Tigers made it real interesting. Tonight, a little bit of a different story on two fronts, as the Ladycats really are not in foul trouble like they were at that previous game, and Brianna Tincher having a little bit of a tough time tonight finding the basket. The Ladycats have double and triple teamed her under the basket, and she's not been able to
okay, they're moving her around now.
Yeah, she's getting more active. As you see, Schutz knock that ball down. Riley Turner comes back up with it, and they're going to call Prater for the walk. Tincher just having a hard time getting to the basket, as there's been so many Lady Cat defenders right in her face all night long. Brianna doing a great job tonight, even though those Bobcat defenders have been all over. If you see Gross bring the ball across the court, she's going to be content. Passes off to Neese under the basket. Neese stops, pops, puts up a shot, no good. Tincher with the rebound. Tincher going to bring it out of there. Down the lane. Goes in against Watts, puts up a shot, and no good. Schutz with the rebound. Tincher fights for it.
That will be 4 on
they're going
Tincher,
to call Tincher for the foul. I was expecting a jump ball.
I did too. Is that her 4? That is 4
That's
on
4
her.
on Brianna Tincher.
And Breathitt will be shooting the bonus.
7:25 to go in the fourth period. Schutz back at the foul line.
It's definitely a different ball game than it's very similar to the last game, but it's like the foul trouble is flipped.
It's flipped tonight. Yes, it has. It's been a different ball game as far as fouls goes. Schutz misses the first shot, and the ball comes down with Riley Turner in command. Brinley Gross working against her. Turner over to Prater now. Prater, ball knocked away by Schutz and goes out of bounds.
You have to protect the ball if you're Jackson City right here. You don't want to give them any kind of loose ball transition points, Breathitt Ladycats, because right now you're down by, 12?
Yep.
So you need to kind of cut into that lead here.
Noble comes back in for the Lady Tigers. Tincher inside, puts up a shot, no good off the backboard. Schutz comes down with it.
Coach Goff calling it out here as Clemens brings the ball up the court for the Lady Cats. She's going to drive down, dishes it back out to Watts. Watts is looking. She's driving down the center lane. She goes up, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And Kyle Maggart's calling out who it was on. It was on number 2 there for the Lady Tigers.
That would have been Noble. Riley Noble.
This has been a big issue for the Lady Cats of late is the free throws. We'll see if it's improved any.
Watts' shot's no good.
Of late, I should say, in late game situations.
Yeah. Neese in the backcourt guarding Tincher. Expecting a run out maybe from a pass.
Coach Goff calls a full timeout.
Lady Cats get a timeout. 47-34 with 6:43 to go in the fourth. Coach Goff wants to talk it over with his girls. And as you mentioned, Casey, this has been a different ball game with fouls. When we were up on top of the hill at Jackson City, the Lady Cats found themselves in foul trouble with 2 starters fouling out and a couple more racking up 4 fouls and kind of, putting Coach Goff in a frustrating situation. But tonight, he's really been able to spread it out. There's been some young players that have been able to come in for him. We've seen Jerica Neese play a lot in this ball game, and Brinley Gross has also been in a lot. Great to see that the future looks bright for the Lady Cats. Coach Goff has been real excited to be able to be here another year with these girls.
Absolutely.
And some of these girls have bought into his system, and they look really good at this point. 47-34 tonight against the Tigers.
At the beginning there, I was worried about what the Lady Cats were going to face again.
Yeah.
If it was going to be a mirror image of what happened up on the hill, because you had Riley Bush who picked up 2 fouls within the first couple of minutes, and she went to the bench. He brought her back in at the end of the first period, and basically after that, this Lady Cats team has really played pretty sound defense and not been called for many fouls at all, really.
Neese and Gross both working on Turner. Ball inside the Tincher now. She comes up with it, puts up a shot over Clemens, and that one rolls in for Tincher. Clemens, 6:19 to go, over to Watts. Up the court to Neese. Neese holds on to it barely, and it's going to be taken away by Addie Turner. Tincher and Gross fight for it on the floor.
We're going to get a timeout here? What are we doing? Is he going to call? Okay, calls a full timeout.
Full timeout. 6:08 to go in the fourth, 47-36. Lady Cats still with the lead over the Lady Tigers.
Jackson City definitely not happy with that call. I thought she was fouled myself.
Yeah, I did too. It kind of looked that way. We talked about earlier, Coach Goff had his girls working on free throws, and they're shooting only 48% from the free throw line. I'd have to go back and look at my stats. I'm not actually for sure tonight what the percentage is, but it seems to me that they would be a little bit better than 50%, as we've seen Schutz come out and really knock down a lot of free throws. And
they've definitely improved that aspect of the game.
Yeah.
We've seen 2 foul shots by the Lady Cats here in the fourth quarter. One went in, one didn't. But, it's going to be interesting. I mean, I personally, if I'm Jackson City, that may be a strategy that comes in play a little bit later, where you send them to the foul line just to see.
Yeah.
Hey, is this something that they have really worked on, as Clemens is going to take it out of bounds for the Lady Cats.
Inside to Schutz. Schutz working against Cayeton. Goes up no good. Gross with a big rebound over to Clemens. Clemens puts up a short jumper, and it rims out. Ball down to Addie Turner. Now up the court. Clemens takes it away for the Ladycats. Dribbles back over past to Neese. Neese wanting to drive the lane. Dishes over to Clemens. She thought about the three. Now inside to Schutz. Schutz looks, kicks back to Gross. Gross dribbles over to Neese. Neese puts up a short jumper. No good. Schutz with the rebound. Goes back up and in. Nice putback and rebound by Adriana Schutz. Riley Turner with it for the Lady Tigers. Over to Tincher. Tincher, of course, swarmed by Lady Cat defenders. Referee Kyle Maggard going to call a foul. And that is on Brinley Gross.
Yeah.
That's her second.
They are trying their best to get the ball to Tincher.
Turner was trying to get it to Tincher inside, and it was tipped. And Neese with it for the Lady Cats. Drives, puts up a layup up and in. 51-36. 5:14 to go in the fourth period. Nice drive by Jerica Neese.
And that's not what you want to see if you're the Lady Tigers.
No.
Is transition buckets.
Riley Turner looking inside. Nothing doing there. Dribbles back out. Dishes over to Addie. Now back to Riley. Ball tipped. Neese and Turner going after it. Neese picks it up. Dish inside to Schutz. Schutz goes up with it and rims out. Gross with the rebound. Kick back to Clemens. Now to Watts for a big three. Oh, off the front of the rim. Watts back over to Neese. Neese drives, puts up a nice layup, rims out, no good. And Addie Turner comes down with it. Now up to Riley Turner. Riley going to drive the lane against Watts. Watts tries to block that shot. She's going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, she definitely got the foul there. It's probably a good foul because it was a somewhat of a wide open layup.
Yeah. Riley Bush now getting ready to come back in the game for Coach Derek Goff.
I'm going to nickname her the finisher because that's what she's done for the Lady Cats of late. I brag on her all the time for that, but she has definitely showed up. And Richie comes into the game as well.
That's something we need to talk about later is a finishing move for the Mega Powers. You know, if we're going to take on referee Kyle Maggard and John Noble, we got to come up with something impressive.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with you.
Turner's free throw, second free throw's no good. Ball down to Richie now. Up the court quick to Riley Bush. Cayeton tries to take it away, saves it from going out of bounds. Now Riley Turner with it again. Down the court for the Lady Tigers, knocked loose by Richie. Kaylee Richie going to be called for that foul.
She doesn't understand why she got called for that. I couldn't see over there very good, but definitely looked like there was a little bit of hand checking going on there.
You got to love it when the fans are a little bit vocal too. We've got a vocal group of fans here tonight supporting the Lady Tigers and the Lady Cats. 4:14 to go in the fourth period, 51-37. Lady Cats with the lead. Riley Turner for the Tigers at the line. Puts up her shot, no good. Rebound down to Kaylee Richie. Up the court quickly to Brinley Gross. Gross going to drive against Addie Turner, and Turner going to get called for the foul, and I think that's her fifth if that's on her. And that is, and she's walking to the bench as she fouls out of the game for the Lady Tigers. Coach Paul Green not happy about that.
I'll tell you what, I can imagine that he's been pretty disappointed with the way that the officiating has been tonight. I for one, have seen it to be pretty fairly called. Like we said, when you got Kyle Maggard on the call, it's going to be a fairly called ball game. But
he's pleading his case, but not doing any good at this point. Gross free throw is good.
Barbara Neese says Riley Bush is all of our girl.
Shout out to Jeff Johnson. See him tuning in.
Mike Clemens says go blue.
Brinley Gross's second free throw was no good. Referee Maggard making another call. Who did he call that on?
He called it on
Schutz.
Schutz.
It on Schutz.
That's only her second.
Yeah, Schutz was trying to – she gave us a demonstration there right at midcourt. She was trying to box out and got called for the foul. She's pleading her case to Kaylee Clemens right now. 52-37, 4:09 to go in the fourth period. And Riley Noble finds herself at the free throw line. Noble's free throw is up and no good.
What if we called it the broadcaster disaster?
That's why I love you, Casey. I don't think it could get any better than that. Gross in the lane, stops,
Smart
throws it
play.
back to Clemens.
Smart play.
I was almost speechless there for a few minutes after hearing that finishing move title. Clemens working against Prater. Gets a pick from Gross. Dribbles back over to the corner. Ladycats going to use some clock. 52-37. Ladycats really looked determined here tonight, Casey, as they took the lead and never really looked back in this ball game. And as you see Ritchie now working against Noble, back over to Schutz.
You know, if Breathitt really wanted to, they could dribble this completely out. I would definitely start fouling. I mean, if you're the Lady Tigers here.
Coach Goff really got the Breathitt faithful and the cheerleaders and everybody going with a good hand clap for these girls. They're running out the clock. Kaylee Ritchie going to get called for the walk. A little bit frustrated at herself. That's okay. We got quite a bit of time ran off the clock in that possession.
Barbara Nee says, Riley Bush is my first grandchild, holds my heart. That's completely understandable. She's a great young athlete, young person.
Great person, yep.
You guys have done a fantastic job raising her as it takes a village to raise a child. You know, she's got a great mom and dad.
Riley Turner with it for the Tigers over to Noble. Back to Turner, puts up a three. Nothing but net for Riley Turner.
Is that like her third three of the game?
She hits another one.
They cut the lead down to 12. You're going to have to start fouling right here.
52-40, 2:50 to go in the fourth period. As the Ladycats Coach Goff going to use this timeout to talk to his players. He gets the dry erase board out. Everybody gathers around. Yeah, at this point in time, you got to be cautious, Casey. The Lady Tigers, we saw them get back in the game very similar to this up on top of the hill. And Coach Goff definitely wants his girls to stay focused. He wants them to stay in this game. He's directing them right now in front of us on the bench. A lot of players getting action here tonight, too. We've saw both of the Noble girls into the ball game, and Jerica Neese has played a lot tonight.
And that's going to go a long way later on for this young team. You know, they're going to go into the postseason play with a lot of experience. I would even say, and this is something that we tell our football players, and again, here I am talking about football, but this is what we, as a coaching staff, tell our football players is you're no longer a freshman. You get playing time like that, you're no longer a freshman. You're a sophomore.
Exactly.
You know? So, and these girls have grown a lot from just the games that me and you have been able to watch. Yeah. And it's been a pleasure to watch them. And the same can be said for the Lady Tigers. There's a lot of players on this team that can be great pieces to the puzzle to help Brianna Tincher. And as Riley hit the threes, you know, so been hitting threes as we're talking here. Schutz goes up and adds another 2 to her total. I'm not sure what she's got on the total, but I'm sure it's impressive.
She was getting real close to her 16-point average in the third quarter.
I'm sure Brendan Miller will have a stat line on that after the game in his write-up. He does an excellent job with those, by the way. As Gross comes down with a rebound. Cleveland's going to slow her down here.
That's what they need to do. They need to use a little clock. Run some of the clock out.
Smart play.
Gives to Ritchie.
Ritchie's all the time smiling. She's always kind of smiling on her face, don't she?
Yeah, even when she messed up a minute ago, she had a big smile on her face. She got that walk called on her.
Yeah, or unless she fouls. She never fouls, I've noticed. Well, if she admits that she fouls, she claps about it.
That way, and I said she messed up, really, you know, that's the referee's decision, not mine or Kaylee's, because I didn't really see her travel.
Tyler Patrick is watching with us. Tyler's my cousin, former Bobcat and military veteran.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you for your service, Tyler.
Thank you, Tyler.
I'm glad you're okay after that little car wreck that you had. I'll say, Lil, you dented it pretty good there. I don't know if your daddy Jeff can get it buffed out or not on that one, buddy.
Schutz comes down with it for the Ladycats. Dish inside to Ritchie, and it's over her head. Ball goes out of bounds to the Lady Tigers. Riley Turner going to bring the ball up the court. Once again for the Lady Tigers. Over to Prater. Now back to Turner. She's going to put up a three. No good. She shoots those. Her feet don't leave the floor when she shoots that shot. Even behind the arc, she's content to just. And it's not a real high arcing shot, but it's she's been money from that 3-point line.
Kaylee Ritchie gets up limping and smiling as she's doing it. She can't help but to smile.
She plays hard and she loves it.
Tyler Patrick says totaled her, man. I hate to hear that, buddy. But I'm glad you're all right. You're not totaled, so.
We were talking about Riley Turner a minute ago. She's shooting about 30% from the 3-point line. I know she's knocked down 2 or 3 tonight. Missed a couple. Kaylee Ritchie's first free throw is no good. Ritchie's second shot is up, and it's no good.
Got a foul on Riley Bush here. Is that her 5th foul?
I think she has.
That may be her 5th foul, or 4th. That's her 5th.
2 odd misses by Kaylee Ritchie from the free throw line. She's shooting about 44% for the line. She's going to come out. Watts, Haddix, Gross, Schutz, and Clemens in the game for the Ladycats as Cayeton finds herself at the free throw line. Cayeton, Tincher, Riley Turner, Noble, and Prater in for the Lady Tigers. Schutz with a big rebound down to Clemens. Clemens back over to Schutz.
Something you don't see every day is Schutz bringing the ball up the court for the Ladycats.
No. She can run the point. She works against Cayeton, goes by her, goes up with a layup, and it's good.
Lady Tigers may have got away with a little foul there, but nonetheless, Schutz finishes at the rim.
Riley Turner into Cayeton, kicks back to Noble, now to Turner. Over to Tincher. Tincher works inside against Schutz, goes up, and that's going to be a foul on Schutz, and Brianna Tincher will go to the free throw line.
You got to like Tincher's game. She's still aggressive, still trying to get to the basket, still trying to score. Keep her Lady Tigers in the ball game here with 1:14 seconds left.
They called that foul on Watts. I thought it was.
I thought it was on Schutz.
I thought it was on Schutz too because she was the closest player, but that foul goes against Watts.
Jerkanese checking in the ball game.
She's played a great ball game. We've not said a lot about her, but she's been up and down the floor.
Yes, she has.
Handled the ball well for the Ladycats and done a great job in the minutes that she's played tonight. Tincher's free throw is good. Watts into Clemens. Clemens gets the ball up court to Schutz. Schutz one-on-one against Cayeton. Works, goes up with a shot, no good. Gets a rebound, goes back up, and it falls. That's what she's the best at.
I tell you, something
gets her own rebound and goes back
up.
Yes,
something
sir.
has really woken her up because early on in the season, it seemed like she was in kind of a daze.
She seemed frustrated.
Yeah, just kind of going along with the flow of things. And now she is really pushing the issue, going to the basket and saying, "Hey, don't forget about me," And she's absolutely put her name right up there with the best in the region.
Yeah, very determined. Free throw is good for Schutz.
Not sure. Has she missed a free throw tonight? She might have missed 1 or 2.
Yeah, she missed a couple down here on this end before the halftime. But after she's come back out in the second half, I think she's been money from the free throw line.
She gets a block right there on this end.
I think that's 4 blocks tonight too. Of course, everything I say is not official. It's unofficial.
Oh, that's fact. That's fact, man. Nothing mean you well other than the broadcaster disaster. Now that's unreal. We need to get somebody to make some artwork of me and you with headsets on, don't we?
Naomi Noble comes in the ball game for Schutz, and she comes up with a big rebound. Less than 1 minute to go here in the fourth period. Ladycats with a 59-42 lead as Clemens drives, puts up a scoop layup, no good. Turner came down with it, but lost the handle, and Neese and Prater fight over it. Ball going to go back to the Ladycats.
Maybe we can get some shirts made.
Yeah, we could do that. Are we going to wear red and yellow like the original Mega Powers, or? I think we need to do some blue and white.
I'm liking the blue and white.
Noble goes back up with her own rebound, puts the second shot up. It's in for Naomi Noble. Here comes Riley Turner. 25 seconds left in the fourth. 61-42. Ladycats with a big-time lead. Ball inside to Tincher. Tincher working against Noble. She dribbles past, puts up a shot off the glass, and it's good for Tincher. 12 seconds now. 61-44 in the fourth. Watts going to bring the ball up the court for the Ladycats. 5 seconds to go in the game. She's going to let it run out as she's dribbling. Over to Haddix. Haddix puts up a long three at the buzzer, no good. Everybody was wanting Watts to shoot the ball, and she was going to be content to just dribble it and pass it off. Casey, the Ladycats, and Coach Derek Goff come out victorious tonight with a 61-44 win over the Lady Tigers. I think we'll take a quick minute and give our producer time to run a few commercials, and then we'll come back and recap. Stay with us, folks.
Homes, located in Jackson, Kentucky, has been serving Breathitt and surrounding counties for over 27 years. They have new manufactured homes from Norris, Clayton, and Fleetwood, single wides, double wides, and also an assortment of quality used homes. Many financing options available, offering site prep, delivery, and setup for a no-hassle experience. To find your new home, visit them at 42 Jets Drive in Jackson or on the web at www.lakesidehomesjackson.com or call 606-666-7558.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
Variety Pizza. Family owned and operated, serving the community with homemade and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more for over 45 years. Located at 1189 Main Street, Jackson, Kentucky. Available for dine-in and carry-out, with private party spaces available. Stop by and visit us or call 606-666-5454.
Bank and Trust Company of Jackson has been locally owned and operated since 1962. We offer several products that help make banking convenient. Ticketless deposits at our ATMs, online banking, our CBTJ mobile banking app, and compatibility with mobile wallet. Give us a call at 606-666-7575 or visit us on the web at citizensbankjackson.bank to see how we can help you. Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson is always searching for ways to serve you better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply, located in Jackson, Kentucky, is proud to serve Breathitt and surrounding communities. They are also proud to support the local schools and sports teams. Come in and allow them to help you with all your electric and plumbing supply needs. And now introducing Jackson Septic Supply, selling concrete septic tanks. Give Herbie and the gang a call at 606-666-4052 to see how they can help you.
At Jackson Deposit Bank, you will find the same small-town community bank atmosphere our loyal customers have expected and appreciated for over a century at this location. With the new name of Jackson Deposit Bank, you will now have access to the most modern banking products and services covering all your needs. Visit us online at cdbt.com, download our mobile app, or come in and let one of our dedicated customer service representatives guide you through our many new products and services, including mobile deposit, virtual wallet, and Zelle, our newest peer-to-peer payment solution. We bring the community bank to you. Visit Jackson Deposit Bank and discover how you can now bank local anywhere. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, folks, we're back here at the Pharisee Old Woods Coliseum in Jackson, Kentucky, where the Crosstown Throwdown, as Casey Allen has named it, went down for Coach Goff and his Ladycats tonight, coming out victorious 61-44. As we talked about, the foul situation was kind of flip-flopped tonight as the Ladycats stayed out of foul trouble, and Lady Tigers kind of, had a hard time finding the basket tonight. Defensively, the Ladycats really put a hurting inside on Brianna Tincher. She was able to do a lot, but I don't think she got as many touches as she wanted to under the basket. It's been a great night for basketball here, watching these two teams play, and a lot of good sportsmanship and some scrappy basketball action, if you will. I want to say a quick shout out to Rick Stanford, who was watching us on YouTube. He says thanks to BSN for the opportunity to watch these games. He's watching all the way from Pennsylvania. Gives his support to his niece, Naomi. and his alma mater, BHS, and said he was very happy to see his other niece, Abby, back in action. So a big shout out to him on our YouTube channel. Casey, you got any final thoughts about the game tonight?
Got a few things I'm going to add in. First off, there's going to be a picture posted on BSN later on that may go viral.
It probably will.
And it is epic. It is great. It happened during the commercial break.
I don't think the Mega Powers have ever looked so good.
You have to check this out later. It will be on there. You'll know it when you see it, I promise you. And that may be our T-shirt. That may be coming out before too long. But anyways, getting back to the game, I am blown away by the amount of talent that is right here in Breathitt County. I can't say enough about both teams. I think they both played an excellent ball game. I think the Ladycats have shored up some question marks that they had, and I think that the Lady Tigers have found some pieces that can complement Brianna Tincher, and I think there's some growth there that can happen. And going forward, I do not think that by any means the 55th district is sold up. I think it's going to be an interesting tournament, and I'm excited to be a part of that going forward. Hopefully, me and you can get back on the broadcast booth again. Now, tentatively scheduled is tomorrow night's ball game with Breathitt and Wolfe County right here. Now, obviously, we've got this storm moving in, so just bear with us. We will keep you updated on our Facebook page, on our website. If something was to change, just stay tuned with that, and we'll keep you guys updated with that as we go along.
Folks, as always, we do our best here at BSN to bring you some great coverage and keep you entertained. For Casey Allen, I'm Rob Houndshell. For Ty Back and our camera person Elizabeth Miller tonight, we want to say a big thanks. We'll see you at the next one. Keep watching BSN.